So y'all know when I get to thinking, I'm going to get to talking. And I don't give a fuck who has a problem with it. I'm going to say what I need to say. I've observed a lot of things over the 31 years I've been living on this planet. And one thing that has really impacted my life and played an important role in my life is, where do I fit in as a woman? Where do I fit into this matrix, if that's what you want to call it? And over the past few days, like just seeing different things in public, private, and online, I feel like women need to realize this about ourselves. What women need to realize about themselves and about ourselves is the fact that we hold the key to life. We hold the key to life because we give life. We give birth. We have to remember that about ourselves. We have to remember that there has to be an innate genetic cord that ties us all together. We are connected and empowered by an extremely monumental force that allows us to give life. And throughout everything that's happening in the world, whether it be things that are going on with like the red pill community and demeaning and degrading women, or whether it be things that are going on with the trans community and all these other topics that people are so up in arms with when it comes to how women are viewed and how women are treated. The main thing is that women have to remember why we are women. It's because out of all of the other powerful things that humans on a more intelligent wavelength were able to do, all of the things that we had the capability and the power to do, as a lot of the community is discovering and talking about, the only thing that we're still able to do collectively on that powerful of a manifestive level is women creating a child literally out of two pieces of DNA. And it literally creates a whole nother body. That's magic. Whether y'all want to believe it or not, whether you want to call me corny or not, I don't care. That's magic. Alchemy. Many have tried to create natural substances that are very valuable, like gold and diamonds, alchemically. I don't know if anybody's been able to do it because I'm just a regular person. I don't know shit. But the only thing that us as humans have been able to continue generation after generation after generation when it comes to alchemy and magic is women giving birth to children. That's what society needs to understand right now about why things are so fucked up. Because yes, there may be times where you're happy, or there may be short-lived pleasures that you have. But as a whole, the human race and society is fucked up. And a lot of people are miserable. And we all just handle it differently, okay? There are some people like me who choose to handle the experience that I'm having within this reality from a positive perspective. I choose to try to be as positive as possible. I choose to try to do as much good for other people as I possibly can. I choose to not harm, if at all possible, any other person who comes in contact with me, who's in my energy, who resides in my space at some time or another. But a lot of people are not choosing that option. A lot of people are not choosing peace. And I think the bottom line is women, and, you know, regardless of what hearsay people want to express, that's the bottom line. Women are being treated poorly. We've been being treated poorly, and we're the only reason why any of you motherfuckers is even here, okay? But part of the reason is because we treat ourselves poorly. And I'm not talking about necessarily what we choose to wear. I'm not necessarily talking about, you know, our points of view. But in particular, it's more about how we view ourselves versus how we view the world around us. If more women would see how much that ability to produce alchemically a child into existence with all their working functions, a soul, and the ability to make decisions after evolving over time. If we remembered on a collective level that that is a power that no one else has been able to duplicate in a real way, I don't care what they say about the Cabbage Patch Kids and all that other stuff. Something ain't right with that, okay? But no one else has been able to duplicate that power or been able to consecutively pass down any other true alchemical behavior in a way where you might see it on a TV show or see it in a movie where the creation is formed. Besides animals in nature, that's something to think about. Because if you're mistreating as a society the only group of people who have the most power, you're dooming yourself. And I feel like our society is on the verge of degenerating and regressing so heavily because people as a whole, at a core level, have forgotten this. If we were to remember this and understand this and embrace this and walk with this as women, a lot of things would change. A lot of things would change. It doesn't mean you have to necessarily change what you wear unless you're just absurdly, ridiculously degrading yourself. It doesn't mean that you have to necessarily change your actions unless you're doing things that are causing harm. But if we were to remember the power that we had as women and start demanding that we're treated accordingly based on that power and not accepting anything less than what we feel we're deserving to be treated, then a lot of this bullshit would change. Because the masculine energy is out of whack. The feminine energy is out of whack. And things are just running amok. And everybody's confused about what the fuck is going on, who they are, and everything else going on around. We don't know nothing. I realized through having these thoughts, personally, for myself, as a woman, that if I changed my mindset to a mindset of abundance, not just saying like regular abundance, let me use a different word. If I changed my mindset to a mindset that removed fear, removed lack, removed regret from my peripheral or my existence in my head, that things in my life would change. If I was confident in the person who I am, regardless of how other people see me, and I stopped caring about how other people were going to see me and started caring more about how I saw myself, it's like I realized that I'm harnessing that power that we have to create life and to manifest realities into this world. Okay? It's just as simple as that. Like, once the world starts valuing women, it doesn't mean that women have to be in charge or, controlling everybody, because there really should be nobody should be controlling anybody. That's really what it should be. There should be no force of control in our society because it's not necessary, because everything's going to be handled. But people like to control people, but it's something that's really causing a problem more so than a solution. But if there was more respect and appreciation and gratitude for the people who have the power to bring life into the world, a lot of people wouldn't be suffering so much. And my message to you women out there is to change your attitude, change the way you carry yourself, update your boundaries and enforce them. Start to gain balance in your life. Start to gain knowledge about what balance is and how you gain that balance. Because I guarantee your life is going to get 10 times better. It's probably going to get harder before it gets easier. But once you get out of that dark phase and you start absorbing things and really applying what you've learned to your life is going to get 100 times better. Supporting other women is going to create a foundation of a better life. But if not, it's still just going to be a mess.